We are at Dupuy Campground, east of Lake Okeechobee with our friends Martin and Nelly, and she's making, tell us what you're making.
Pannenkoeken.
Which is?
Which a kind of a crepe. It's a little bit thicker than a crepe, but it's typical Dutch. So we put some bacon in it and some apple on top. It was the best seller in the bed and breakfast for breakfast.
Yes, so they had a bed and breakfast in Nova Scotia. Had, yes, keyword had, right?
Traded all in for that.
Yeah.
Yep, 13 years they had that bed and breakfast, and they sold it all, sold their house, packed up, and now they are full-time in this Road Trek Zion. So we're fortunate enough that we were able to hook up with them again. We spent last Christmas with them actually, and had a bunch of amazing, delicious food. So true to form, we're not starving here, but ooh, look at that. So these are not like traditional American pancakes. It's more like a crepe, just slightly thicker. So, ooh, the apples are going on. So these are just apple, sugar, and cinnamon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have to bake them up front because otherwise they're just, well, too hard.
Yeah. Dave's getting on it here. So powdered sugar goes on top and maple syrup.
Am I eating breakfast or dessert?
Yeah.
Both?
Both.
Both.
I mean, it's got bacon and maple syrup.
It smells good.
Is that where it's at?
It's a really weird contrast. I've never had bacon with apples, and it's different.
Savory and sweet.
But they go together.
Yeah. And originally when you have them, you roll them up.
Like a crepe?
Like a crepe, and then you can slice in a piece and easy to eat.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't tell them that.
And you said over there you can order them, like you go to a restaurant and they have...
There are specific pancake restaurants in the Netherlands, and they sell about 250 varieties.
Wow.
All kinds of sweet, savories, combinations.
Anything you could think of. I want to go. Let's go. Let's ship our vans over. Can we do that? Is that possible?
Oh, yeah.
I like them both different.
I like bacon.
So I ate mine so fast I couldn't show you guys, but Dave's trying another with an egg on top with maple syrup. I think that's the way to go too. I like the apple with the bacon. Now tell me what's in the dough.
The batter is just some flour, egg, milk, and a little bit of vanilla extract, and I put a little bit of oil in there. And if I have it, some honey.
Yeah. It was delicious, and I think I'm going to be forced to make these as pancakes from now on because they were that good. Dave's not a thick pancake guy. I don't really care either way, but these were delicious. They're really light. It's not like you're eating a cake for breakfast, I guess. It's better that way. Now, what do we have coming up? You're going to be doing some baking too. What's going to be happening
I will try to make a boterstaaf.
Okay. I'll have you...
It's actually puff pastry filled with almond paste.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
It sounds delicious.
It
It's been really windy out today, and we're going to be having the oven out, so we'll see what actually transpires, but more food on the way. So this is the before of the, tell me one more time.
Boterstaaf.
Boterstaaf?
A mandelstaaf.
Mandelstaaf?
Something like that.
Am I saying it right?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, okay. So we can't get the oven quite up to temp because of this wicked wind, so we're just gonna wing it. Here it comes. Ooh, look at that. So it's puff pastry with almond paste inside.
Yeah, it's simple.
I'm excited about that.
Oh boy.
Is there something good up
He
here?
knows where to stand in case the crumb drops.
Let's see.
Here it goes. Wow, look at that.
Your piece is calling, Dave.
Okay.
If you want.
It looks incredible.
You really get the lemon.
Mmm.
Oh, it's too warm.
Too warm. Okay.
Is that?
But you understand, you get the flavors.
Mm-hmm.
The paste is a little bit too soft, but it has to firm a little bit when it cools down.
I see. We couldn't
We're
wait.
impatient.
We waited maybe 30 seconds. And this is a common Dutch treat?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's also typical for Christmas time. You have that with coffee, and they make it in round, like a wreath, and there's cherries on it. And
You would go in a bakery and they would have this there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Crystal.
Do you want some green
I'd
beans?
imagine that almond paste in your
Okay.
apple pie.
Before we get away from this campground and Martin and Ellie, we wanted to sit down and chat with them and have them share their story. I know we kind of touched on they're originally from the Netherlands and they ended up in Canada, Nova Scotia, and now they are full-time in a van. So maybe they could just kind of take us through how that happened, because there's some missing gaps.
Start
that I'm
from the
sure-
beginning.
Start from the beginning.
I was born
I was born in 1960 something.
Yes, in the Netherlands. We started dating when I was 14, you were 16.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a long time ago.
yeah, that's a long time ago, but that's how it started. And we lived in the Netherlands for 40 years almost.
Yep.
Then we moved to Canada. We opened a B&B. We did that for 13 years.
What was the decision to go from the Netherlands to Canada? Just something different?
No, change of life.
Just
Yeah.
a change of
Simple as
life.
that.
Yeah.
We're in some kind of structure that we worked many hours and all that, but that's fine with that. But at some point we said it's just the two of us.
What kind of
You-
jobs did you have when you were in the Netherlands?
Well, I'm a civil engineer and I worked at a contracting company.
Okay.
Kind of, let's just say my boss liked to play golf, so all the problems came on my plate.
Got it.
Yeah.
So a lot of hours and all that stuff.
He was
but
the
that-
manager and I did all the books.
She did all the books.
Yeah. So we worked together a lot. We
A
knew
lot,
we
yeah.
could work together day and
Yeah.
night, basically.
But at some point you reach what you can reach, career-wise, and then you think, is this it until I retire? And then we just started talking and decided, well, maybe we should do something completely different. And that was completely different.
That definitely is different.
So in 06 we moved to Canada and started our B&B with a lunchroom attached to it. We did that for 13 years.
And that was in Nova Scotia.
Nova
That was
Scotia.
in Nova Scotia.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we saw you guys online and we
Uh-oh.
started following you.
Uh-oh.
We're the blame.
And then at one point Dave said something like, it's never the right time.
Yeah.
That's when it hit us.
That triggered us, to be
Yes.
honest.
And we
Yeah.
said, now is the time.
Yeah, and some stuff happened in our close friends area, people dying at our age,
Yeah,
and
getting
not
sick.
not getting sick, not enjoying life, and we didn't want to get there, so we said, let's do it now while we still can.
So last year when we came back from our trip in Florida in the wintertime, and we said, you know what, we're going to put the B&B on the market. And long and behold, we sold it within 2 weeks.
Wow.
Normally it takes 3 to 5 years,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we're okay, but we'll run it in the summer and we'll be traveling in the wintertime for now. But
Yeah.
hey, if someone comes over and really wants it, here you go.
Yep.
And that's what happened.
And
And
that's,
that's what happened. So we handed over the keys on October 21st and on November 1st we
We're on
got in
board.
our van and we
Yep.
went south. And here we are.
And here we are.
2 months later.
For the third time in a row, meeting up with you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's
This
right.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
And where do you plan on taking this van this winter or in the immediate future? Do you know?
Well, at least stay away from the winter in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, for sure.
It's hard to believe sometimes when you're sitting in this Florida sun and
Yeah.
t-shirts and it's
Yeah.
warm and you're thinking about, well, we're thinking about the Oregon coast and you're thinking about
Yeah.
Nova Scotia,
Yeah.
and it's quite a blessing.
Yeah, you
It
know
is.
what's really funny? We have our phone is from Nova Scotia, so we still get those, I will call it Amber Alerts.
Yeah.
So sometimes in the middle of the night, beep beep, and then it's some kind of warning that schools will be out and everything will be out because of a blizzard coming.
No, we really enjoy it, and
Yeah.
we stay away as long as we can. We will be back in Nova Scotia at the end of March. We have to. And from that, we'll see.
So summer's up north, winter's
Summer
down
will
south.
be Canada.
And I'm
probably.
thinking
Yep.
maybe next winter we might all go to Baja or something.
Oh, that would be
right?
great.
We're thinking about that.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, but it would be great to just go with a group
Yeah.
Yeah.
for safety.
For
I
safety
think so
reasons.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing I was curious about is why was when you decided to go to Canada? What was it about Nova Scotia? Where'd you pick that province? Was there a special reason, or you just saw a bed and breakfast?
No. Actually, we start looking around, and when you're in the process of emigration, you come in contact with people, locals also, Dutch people who emigrated to Nova Scotia, and they said, well, you should give Nova Scotia a chance. And being from the Netherlands, we have water, we have ocean around us. Nova Scotia is kind of an island.
Huh?
So let's give it a go. And actually, that was the first trip in our history that we said we don't want to go back home. So that was a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. And we were traveling around looking for properties to buy and didn't find a thing. And then we stumbled upon our property, our previous property, and the guy was Dutch. We didn't know it was for sale.
Oh, interesting.
He didn't know we were looking. We started talking, and within half an hour he was showing us around.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes
It's
things
like
just
how we
happen.
sold it this
Yes,
time almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we fell in love with that property.
Yeah.
Head over heels. And I think that happened to the people who are in there now.
Mm-hmm.
It is a beautiful property.
Yeah.
It's on a really good spot, so yeah.
But sometimes you just know when it's time for a change.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's hard work. It's a dream having a bed and breakfast, because you think like, oh nice, all those people in your house, but you forget about
But the downside is you get all those people in your house.
and
Yeah.
you forget about all the work, because we were cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. I
Yeah.
did make a small movie of that just for me myself
just-
to remember it.
I was just gonna say, so they started a YouTube channel. It's
Tell us the channel name.
It's Dutch Can RV.
All right.
Dutch Can RV. So I watched a couple of the videos, and it was this time lapse of work in the bed and breakfast. I thought bed and breakfast sounds kind of romantic. Oh, people
there you
come
go.
and you'll cook them breakfast and you'll visit, and I'm watching the bedding and the laundry and the work. I'm like, whoa. That really puts in perspective how much work it really
It
is.
is.
Yes,
So,
it's you have to be really structured too.
But we really enjoyed
So
it.
check out the.
We'll put a link
Yeah.
to their channel. So are you eventually looking for a place to stay full time, or is that kind of part of your travels, or
Who knows?
you don't really know?
Who knows?
Yeah.
During our travels, we will look around if we want to stay somewhere. Maybe we'll keep doing this like you guys. We have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, we said to ourselves we're gonna do it for 2
Yeah,
years.
we give it 2 years now.
And then we're gonna maybe make a decision on where we're gonna put our roots down.
Yeah, you never know.
Or maybe we just keep on tracking, like
Yep.
you guys.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. I mean, we
Yeah.
really expected a couple years ago that we would have found the place. This is the spot.
Yeah.
This is where I'd want to have
Yeah.
set roots down. We haven't found the spot that either one of us would say, this is where I'm going to spend the rest of my days. We do have a piece of property in Central Oregon that we really love that part of the country in the summer. So I think we're going to have probably a summer place.
Yeah.
But we have not found that forever park it.
Well, I could see us living in Nova Scotia in the summer and having a property there, preferably where this thing can be inside
Yeah.
in the
Mhm.
summer,
Small.
and then we leave in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Because Nova Scotia is a beautiful
Yep.
spot. It's gorgeous, it's quiet, people are friendly.
We're looking forward to, when you're up there in the summer, to come tour
Oh yeah, it's
with
it's
you.
wonderful.
Have
It's-
our very own tour guides.
That's right.
yeah.
There
And
you
we
go.
have never been able to do, well, we did that the first years before we had the bed and breakfast, but we could never really travel in the summertime because we were always working.
When
So-
everybody was having
So now
fun.
you can
Yeah.
explore Nova Scotia as tourists.
That's the plan.
Exactly.
Isn't that funny? Because we lived in Oregon for decades, and after we retired, we started really exploring Oregon and all
Yeah.
the things that
I believe that.
Yeah.
the tourists do. And we've seen more about Oregon in 3 years of retirement than we've seen in 30 years of living there.
And there's so
That's
much
what
to
you
see
do when
everywhere,
you
it's
work so
crazy.
much.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
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 And I'm happy we were able to do it now, because you never know what's going to happen in 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as David said, it's never the right time.
No.
Mm-hmm. You just have
But
to
then
do it.
sitting here, knowing that at home there in the snow, it's like
Ice storm and all
ice
that
storm.
stuff.
It could always be worse.
You know,
Right?
rub it. Maybe someone back home can watch this and you can just rub it in.
Poke, yeah.
This is not a bad way to live. Okay, one final question. Can you teach me something in Dutch?
Oh, okay. What would you like to know?
I don't know. Hi, how are you? That sounds like a good one.
Hoi?
Hoi?
Ja, hoi.
Hoi is hi.
Hoi
Hoi.
is hi.
Hoi.
En
Hoe gaat het met
dan,
je?
hoe gaat het met je?
Hoe gaat het met je? How are you doing?
How are you doing?
Hoi, hoe gaat het met je?
Yeah, something like that.
It sounds very German.
German and Dutch are
Similar.
similar.
say,
Yeah,
yes.
certain words are, you just pronounce them a little bit different, but yeah, it's...
All right, well, thanks for sharing your story. And again, I will link your channel to our page. And
Dutchman RV. It's time to break out the camp oven, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It
yeah,
is.
how do you say let's eat quiche?
We gaan quiche eten.
We gaan quiche eten. Is that it?
Kind
Oh,
of. You'll probably forget in a minute, but that's fine.
I could go to the Netherlands now and
There
make
you
my
go.
way
Oh,
around,
yeah.
right?
They speak English.
Just
so
say
that's
that 3
fine.
times a day.
Eating quiche the whole trip. Right? All
We will
right.
show you around over
Okay.
there.
Oh, that would be a fun trip. Yeah,
Next on the list.
that's right.
I'll go to Europe.
Put it on the list.
There
Yep,
you go.
we'll do it. All right, carry on.
Thanks, guys.
Carry on.